Good morning, people. Good morning, my Insta family. And yeah, I am back with another episode of Let's Uncock with Lovely Gupta. And I know you must be knowing about my guest this morning, none other than disciple Ravina from the movie Brahmastra. And she'll be joining in a minute or two with me. And let's uncock her. Rather, let's uncock her life. I'm super duper excited. Are you? So yeah, it's already 10:59 and I'm receiving your messages, your DMs. So Hi Mr. Yuvraj 244, hi Mr. Ansari Wahid, Karan Singh 54, Saurav Chaudhary 22, Pathak Ravi 12345, hi Pooja, Karthik King 9. Very much warm welcome, guys. And yes, my guest will be joining me soon. I hope this is going to be another super duper episode of Let's Uncock with Lovely Gupta. Yeah, it's already 11 and I have already sent a request to my guest, Miss Leher Khan. Miss Khan, kindly join in if you have received my invitation to join me live. Yeah, she is here already. Hello, Karthik King 9, Dalmia Shweta, Manoj Agarwal 06. Hi,
Hi,
Leher, how have you been?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. So, Leher, before I shoot my questions, how is life
Yes.
post Brahmastra?
It's good. It's good. Still working, shooting something else that's going on.
So, I guess it's been a super duper week, super duper days post Brahmastra then.
Yeah, it's been a very good month actually because Brahmastra got
Mhm.
released and also Dehen got released the same month,
Mhm.
and both of them are receiving a lot of love. So it's a really good month for me.
Yeah. So I was like, my DM was flooded with messages, and everyone was like, "Ki disciple Ravina is, we know disciple Ravina, we know the very Gajastra Ravina." So how people are reacting post Gajastra post? Did you know about Gajastra? Let me know first. Or
Of
did you
course,
go for
I
the
know.
workshop and all?
Yeah. I trained for 6 months for
Okay.
the action bit because we were supposed to be completely fit and we're
Mhm.
supposed to know our powers well by the time we shoot for the film. So we
Mhm.
were training and I went through MMA classes and trainings sessions and everything. Then by the end we were also doing some more training with the stunt team itself with the harnesses and everything. So yeah, I was very well versed with my astra and Gajastra. It's a it's it's something I was very close to because there was a point of time when every day I used to just hold it and practice and different versions of astra as well since it was getting ready.
Mhm.
And by the time I used the final one, which was really heavy, I wasn't like I was happy that I was trained properly so that I can hold it because I was
Mhm.
practicing with a very lighter demo of the astra. but final version was quite heavy with like LED lights and everything. It was made with such a fabric that it was very heavy. So yeah, I was very well versed with Gajastra, and I knew the power and everything. So we practiced a lot. Yeah.
So, Leher, like we all know, it took almost a decade to prepare this entire movie. When did you land up to the project, and how long are you
Hmm.
associated with Brahmastra?
So I started working for Brahmastra in 2017. And
Okay.
I got selected and my training started from 2017. And ever since then, we started shooting in 2018. And then there were patches and schedules, different schedules that were going on till very much by 2020. I think we finished, like I finished the film by 2020. So yeah, it's been a long journey. I mean, 2017 to 2020, just working on the film, and then of course waiting for 2 years for the COVID to get over, and start with the release of the film and everything. So yeah, it was a long process. I finished my college in the
Wait
whole
was worth.
process.
Yeah, exactly. Leher, like people actually literally die to work with Mr. Amitabh Bachchan.
Yeah.
Then again Dimple Kapadia, then Ranbir Kapoor, then Ayan Mukherjee, then Alia Bhatt. I don't think so. There could have been a better combination for you to work with, and these all produced by Dharma Production, and
Right.
that too so early in your career. So, do you think you are extremely blessed, or your hard work has simply paid off?
I think it's a mixture of both the things. I am also blessed that immediately after, uh, I mean, my last project was Parched that was released in 2016. So after that, I
Hmm.
was focused more in finishing my studies and then starting my college and everything. So, I have been a huge Marvel superhero fan, and I always wanted that when I'll grow up, probably one day I'll play like a superhero. Someday, I don't know. But I had no idea that out of like nowhere in 2017, I just gave audition and I didn't even know that it was for Brahmastra. I just gave a random audition, which was taken by Mukesh Thabra, and he's very close to me, and I didn't know that it's for Brahmastra. And after giving the audition, I was like, I don't know what it is about. I thought maybe it's a mythological something, and I didn't even know that it's going to be like a superhero role, and I have been a huge Ranbir Kapoor fan, and of course Amitabh Bachchan. I am blessed that I got to work with him. So I didn't expect so many things, and they just kept happening. Because after audition for a very long patch, we didn't know that I think they took like about 2 months to finalize characters and all. So I had no idea that it's for Brahmastra, and randomly I got a call where they were like, you have to come to Dharma and you have to meet Ayan, and it's for Brahmastra and it's with Ranbir Kapoor. And I'm like a huge Ranbir fan. So I was like, what? Like I was just sitting and on the call and I'm telling my mom and I'm like jumping and I'm like shit, shit, shit. And and then I went and I met Ayan, and then he explained me how he's, like visualizing the film, how he's planning on to, like, how we're going to go about the film. And yeah, he called and you're selected. And I think it just felt like a dream in that moment. I was just like, what? And then, our look test started, and then time just flew by so fast that I didn't even realize that, oh, yeah. And now sometimes when I'm just sitting and I think about it, I'm like, oh my God, like I have spent so much time with Amit sir, learning from him, so much time with Ranveer, and we have so many beautiful memories. And now, you think about it while the movie is out, and you're just yeah, it's. I mean, you talk about it, and when you are talking about, you feel like that, it's quite normal because you've gone through it. But like, then it starts coming in your head that, oh yeah, like yeah, I was for a very long time, I was actually learning a lot personally from Amit sir. So I think it's a blessing, yeah. So it's a
We'll talk
combination,
about
hopefully, for both.
We'll talk about the shooting after some time, but before, I want to visualize how was your first meeting with Mr. Ranbir Kapoor? How was your first meeting with Mr. Amitabh Bachchan? And then Dimple ji, how
Oh
was
yeah.
those moments for you? Did you have those butterflies in you?
Yeah. I think I'll first tell Amit sir. So I was very like, I had butterflies and I was like feeling this void in my stomach and I was like, oh my God, he's gonna come, he's gonna come. And he has this aura of him where he's just sitting in the center, and I entered, and out of so much respect, I don't know what happened. I just went and I touched his feet. I was just like, I need those blessings. And I just directly went for that, and he went like, in his voice, like his heavy voice, he just like, "Arey, ladkiyan pair nahi chhoti." And I'm like, and I was like, "Nahi, sir, I think it just came from my heart. I really want your blessings." And he's like, "My blessings are there." And then, we were like introduced for the characters that we are playing, and we're going to be his students under him in the,
Student.
in
Right.
our Brahmansh and everything. So yeah, then we got comfortable. But the first time when I met, I don't know, I was so like the energy was different, and I was feeling very intimidated by him also, because obviously, I mean, and I was just like, you're just starting off and you don't want your impression to be bad or anything. And I was just like, I don't know. But it went very smoothly. I think very,
I
very
think
open.
to be able to stand next to him is also a very huge pressure on the other people, right?
Exactly, exactly. We were taken in the room where he was sitting, and that whole journey of walking in the room and going and meeting him, that bit itself is like very long in my head. I mean, it would have taken like about 2 seconds, but in my head, it just feels like a lifetime that, oh, I'm okay, okay, shit, shit, shit. But he's a very open, like, very open person. So it was
In
very
fact,
easy
you
to
shared
gel
those.
with him.
Yeah, in fact, you shared his autograph also yesterday. He
Yeah,
celebrated his
yeah,
80th
yeah.
birthday, and I
80th
saw
birthday,
those
yeah.
pages from your story. And what
Yeah.
about Dimple, ma'am? What about Ranveer Kapoor? How was sharing
Dimple,
screen with them?
yeah, yeah. Dimple ma'am was like a surprise to me because I love her, and we didn't know that she is a part of the film, because since it was like I just randomly walked in the set and randomly I just saw that she's sitting. And I'm like, wait, what? Is this the new normal that like there are just Bollywood stars coming and sitting on our set? And I just walked in and I was like, what? And I don't know, and I just called one of
ये
the
क्या
ADs and I
हो
was
गया?
like, exactly, and I was like, what is happening? Why? And I had no idea. And then they said that, there's this one particular character that she is playing in the film. And I think again those butterflies just rose up and I was like, Abhi just मैं अमित sir से मिली थी and this is a new surprise. So it was very nice. But she's very sweet, very warm. I went and met her and she was just very calm and she's like, Arey, you don't have to be so, it's okay, मैं ही हूँ. And I'm like, that's so sweet. And then with Ranbir, what happened was I was going for my look test, and that was a very like I didn't know that Ranbir was supposed to come. I thought I'll meet him, when we'll have like a reading or probably in one of the rehearsals. So this was a look test, and I'm just sitting for my look test, and randomly I was eating my lunch, and I just turned and I see Ranbir Kapoor walked in, and he went in, and obviously my Ranbir Kapoor fangirl got like, oh my God, and I was like,
मेरा पेट अभी
okay.
भर गया है, अब मुझे लंच नहीं करना
I
है.
kept, obviously, I shut it and I kept it immediately. And I got to
हम्म.
know that he's having a meeting with Ayan inside. And I was just like, oh, okay, okay, so I'll get to meet him today. And I didn't know, but I think Ayan must have told him about our characters and all of that. So he just came out very casually and he went like, oh, hey, Leher, hi, nice to meet you. And I was like, did he just call me by my name? Okay, that's something. And I think I was just being like on my heel all the time. I was just like, yeah, oh hi. And he's like, I didn't know you finish your lunch. I'm like, no, no, I'm done. I'm genuinely done. I'm not feeling hungry at all. But so it was a very cute, and I think he is one of the best people I have met in this industry till date. I think I have never met anyone this humble, and the ease that he has with which he performs and the way he is as a person, there's no much difference. He's not the one who usually pretends to be someone else. He's just very simple and nice to work with and very, very genuinely like a kind person. You haven't asked, but I would like to mention this very beautiful memory I have with him. We were just talking regarding what I want to do, and he was like, I have assisted directors, so I think you should also assist some directors. It's a good experience for an actor. And I was like, okay. And we had a very little conversation because we were shooting at that time in Manali and everything. So very small conversation. And then 2 months later on, I was in Gujarat and we were shooting for my college project and a feature film called Shunya. So we were shooting for that, and in the middle of the night at 12, I got Ranbir's message saying that, hey, L, we couldn't finish our conversation, but I'm going to meet Anurag Kashyap tomorrow, and should I just approach him for you if you want to? And I was like, what?
Why not?
I like, of course, why not? But more than anything, that he considered to,
Yeah, he
do
remember
that
to
after
exactly.
2 months of that was just something, and that shows
That
how
was
he
so
is as a
kind.
person. Very, very
Yeah,
kind.
yeah,
So
very
yeah, so
kind.
I was, yeah, very, very kind. He's a very nice person. Yeah.
Uh, Very secured, very kind, and that too, if he's remembering something so little like such a petty talk,
Yeah, just the
then he
conversation.
has a huge
Exactly.
heart then. It just
He
shows
has.
his nature. Yeah.
It does. It does.
So, Leher, we have seen many of your posts like you miss your dad terribly. So, post Brahmastra, especially, you have been talked about Dehen, you have been talked about Brahmastra. But this fame, do you really miss of being shielded, being guarded by your dad? Because I am sure wherever he is, he must be very proud of you.
Yeah, of course, it's not the same. It's definitely not the same, since he is somebody. He's been that person who's, pushed me from day one for anything that I
Mhm.
wanted to do. And it wasn't just acting, I was a dancer before, so he was just like, whatever you want to do, I'm blindly there to support you. So that support obviously is something that's missing. And when one very strong realization that I got, that the amount of motivation I got from his happiness is something that's lacking a lot in my life right now. That I don't feel the same way about working anymore that I used to before, because there was a certain sense of happiness that you get once you come back home, and
Mhm.
on his face, which was like this big of a smile and this like, "Arey, bacha thak gaya hoga, what do you want?" All those things, little things, is something that makes you want to go, and then come back to that and have that warmth. And of course, that's something that's very missing, and it just happened, very very randomly, unexpectedly for me and mama both. And it's something I haven't talked about also much to anybody. So that's why I'm having a lot of pauses in between. I'm sorry. But
So we can understand, but I am pretty much sure that since you're working so hard and that too with such fine arts, you're showing such fine talent of yours, he must be super duper proud of you and your projects. Undoubtedly, I'm pretty much sure about it. So let's change the topic, Lair. What projects do we find you in next few months or years, maybe?
I am not really allowed to say anything right now. So
Okay, so it's
yeah,
all
under
in
contract.
secrecy right now. Yeah,
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 right
I
now.
can understand. So, like, Leher, what message would you like to give to the youngsters who wish to enter this industry of performing, industry of acting? Because like we are in a social media, we are in a world of social media where every other people claims to be influencer, every other claim to be a singer or maybe a dancer, but who
Right.
genuinely wants to spend his or her life in this field of entertainment. What advice would you like to give? Because you have worked immensely, like in a very short career span, you have worked with immense talent, with many personalities, with great experiences. So, what message would you like to give to my audience?
I would love to say that, like anyone who really, really wants to do it, one, that they won't, then nothing else should matter. And all of these things, I understand that social media is a big part of our life nowadays, and it's something that's affecting us on a very daily basis. But I would still say that keep it aside, just let it be just a small part of your life and don't make it your life, because I think that started reflecting on people and their attitude towards work. It's become very oriented with fame, and how much, how much followers, how much they're so invested in that, that the amount of time that goes in all of that can be utilized in yourself, can be utilized in making yourself better. Because you know what, if you perform well and it comes out right, of course people will like you, they will love your performance, they will like you for what you do, and that is something that is very secondary. The first thing is you need to work on yourself, and to, like, to have that within you. Because I also feel like that when it comes to specifically acting, I feel like that it's not something that can only be learned, but it's something that requires a lot of work. It's not something that you just do it out of nowhere. And the work is not just going to gym and getting fitter and getting thinner. you know Acting is not just about that, but sadly it's become about it nowadays. So I just feel like that people being more confident in the fact that they can perform what they're given, the roles that they're given, the characters that they're given, particularly for acting, but for every other performing art also. I would just say that focus and practice, work on what you do, and social media should just be a small part of it. Don't let it get to your head, because once that starts driving you, it changes the way you work, the way you perform. It becomes about a lot of external things rather than your own, what you feel about it. So yeah, it's a long
So Leher,
message.
before we wrap up, I just want to read few comments about you. My audiences have written like biggest superstar. Prerna CHH has written biggest fan, ma'am.
That's
Then
that I have to
some.
mention. Prerna is my best friend,
Oh
so no
wow!
wonder.
So hi Prerna, big hi. Then
Yeah,
Priyanka Khan has written proud of you. Uh,
that's
then.
mom. That's my mom.
Oh, that's your mom,
Yeah, Priyanka.
Priyanka Khan. Namaste, ma'am. Auntie, namaste. And I must
Yeah.
say, ma'am, like your girl is doing a super fab job, and
Thank you.
we all loved it. Especially in my family, nobody knows her as Leher Khan. Everybody knows as Amitabh Bachchan की student, जो रवीना वो थी वही है.
Yeah.
So, final question, Leher.
Yeah.
Do we find you? Do we see you in Brahmastra too?
Mm.
Literally. Okay, we get you now.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Leher, and thank you for joining me live. And hopefully,
Thank
we
you.
meet you. I get to meet you in person very soon. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
sure, sure, sure.
All the
Thank you
best.
so much for having me. And it was a fun
Thank
session. And you keep doing this. Thank
yeah,
you.
thank you. So yeah, that was Leher Khan, the very own our disciple Ravina. And before I wrap my life today, I would just want to mention you all. Like whenever I finalize my guest list, whenever I talk to them about the life, most of them, I mean, most of my guests have asked for the questions previous to my life, previous to my show. But Leher did not ask me any questions, and she just told me, like, let's get to a candid one. So I like that most because she was actually very candid with me in my interview. Thank you so much for watching me live today. I'll meet you in my next live very soon, and hopefully in this week only. Let's uncock with Lovely Gupta. By the time, watch my reels and send me lots of mails at lovelygupta dot. I'm sorry, that's my personal one. Let's uncock with lovelygupta at gmail.com. Bye bye. Thank you so much for watching.